Okay, guys, so this is session number 10 of the series. So we're on the Friday of the second week. And this whole week has been a focus on detox with movements, with breath work. We've done a couple of different styles of breathing. And what I want to introduce to you today is something called a box breath. So it's used very often in relaxation, mindfulness, meditation techniques. And it's literally tying it into the shape of a box. So if you think about there, that box shape, okay? So when we draw the up line, that's an inhale. When we draw the horizontal line, that's a hold. And then when we draw the down line, that's an exhale. And then horizontal line at the bottom, that's a hold. And we try to get it to an even breath. I tend to do it on a count of 4, but depending on how slowly or how quickly you're counting, it could be another count. It's all fine, whatever your count is, as long as it's even. So one of the reasons I want to teach this breathing as well is it's really beneficial for resilience. I know that sounds funny, but if you learn to actually control your breathing, it helps you tap into the parasympathetic nervous system again, which is our rest, sleep, digest mode. So it allows everything to calm down. It gives you a different bit of a headspace, which is why this is so useful for meditation as well. And interestingly, this is one of the breathing techniques that they use in the military with a lot of the soldiers and the officers, etc. It's actually part of their mentality and resilience training. So it kind of like gives you the capacity to cope with certain situations that are maybe stressful, etc., or to put you into a certain mindset. So that's what we're going to start off with today. So we're going to be in a seated position. You can see that I've got my block set up. So just come into a seated position so that you feel comfortable. Some people like to sit in a chair, by the way, like when my mom does this, she actually sits up in a chair with a backrest. So if you want to do that, that's fine as well. I'm going to sit on the block and I'm just going to sit cross-legged because that feels most comfortable for me. If you want to put the soles of your feet together, you can. If you want to stretch your legs out, you can. The point is you want to find height in your spine and you want to make sure that none of your joints are straining or feeling stress. So just pull the flesh of your bum out the back so that you can get sort of up on top of your sit bones slightly. And just notice something for a moment. If you put your hands facing downwards, this is sort of typically like a very grounding, sort of rooting position with the hands. And if you turn your hands so that the palms are facing upwards, it maybe gives you a different sensation. And typically, this is a receiving space. So I'd like you to decide where you want to be today. Do you want to ground yourself a little bit, palms down? Do you want to open yourself up a little bit into a receiving space so that your palms are facing upwards? Allow your eyes to softly close or just to soften your gaze, removing your external surroundings and giving ourselves an opportunity to look inwards. Take a little bit of a scan down your body, making any final adjustments you need to your physical position, the shape that your body is making. Let your lips close gently so that all our breath will be coming in and out through our nostrils. Even breaths on the right nostril and even breaths on the left nostril. Allow your belly to be slightly softened so it can respond to your breathing. And just taking a few moments to prepare for our box breath. I'm going to be counting you in on counts of 4. At any point, if you want to adjust the counting for yourself, by all means do so. Let your eyes melt backwards into your head, keeping your lips sealed, but allow your jaw and your tongue to soften. Soften along the back of your throat. Taking a gentle exhale to prepare. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, and we hold, 2, 3, 4, and we exhale, 2, 3, 4, and we hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, in, and hold, 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 hold. Breathe out, 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 and hold, 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 hold. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, and we hold, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, breathing in and hold and breathing out, and we hold, breathing in and hold, breathing out and hold. Taking 2 more rounds at your own pace. When you've finished your last hold, allow yourself to return to a natural breath. Taking a moment to observe that possibly for the last few moments of box breathing, your mind was completely still and quiet as you drew all your awareness and your focus to your breath and your counting. Staying in that quiet mind and quiet body. Easy breath as you remind yourself of your intention for this Pilates series. And in your own time, gazing down towards the floor softly as you blink your eyes open, just allowing the daylight to peek through your lashes, opening your eyes slowly, and then slipping your hands just underneath your knees. Help yourself as you bring your legs all the way up together. Just stand your feet to the ground for a moment. If you're sitting on a block like I am, then you can just slip the block out from underneath your pelvis, holding it there, and then lifting your feet up. Finding a moment of balance on your sit bones, tuck your chin in, feeling the curve of your spine, feeling that little stretch along the back of your neck. And then on your next breath, lengthening your spine and placing your feet all the way down. So you can move your feet a little bit away from you so that there's no pinching into the hip. Lengthen up through your spine, hands down beside you. We inhale to reach all the way up. Feel the ribs lifting and expanding, and exhale through your mouth as we let the arms come all the way down. And again, breathing in, reach up. Fill in your lungs and exhale. One more time, inhale, reaching up. And this time, exhale, interlock your fingers and placing your hands just lightly behind your head. Find a little bit of length through the spine, and then start to draw little circles with your elbows. If you had a piece of chalk on the right elbow, if you had a piece of chalk on the left elbow, you'd be drawing little circles on either wall to your side. Just keep your eye line lifted, length through your spine. And if this isn't feeling comfortable for your legs, then you're welcome to move the legs so it feels open at your hips. And become aware of the spiraling action of your rib cage, of your thoracic spine. And then when you're ready, change direction. So if you were drawing forward circles a second ago, change direction and draw backward circles, or vice versa. So this is a wonderful way to find mobility through the spine, particularly around the thoracic spine, and almost give our lungs a little bit of a massage. Use your breath. Come all the way back to the center. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, open your arms. Hook your hands just behind your legs. And I want you to stretch your legs out for a moment. And place your hands just behind you for support. It doesn't matter how wide this is, but you do want to make sure that your toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And now let's just do a little bit of point and flex. So remember that this motion, this movement around the ankles and the feet, can connect us into some different lines of the body. So when you flex your toes back, it connects into the front line of the body. So that wakes up the shins, the quadriceps, and up the front and the abdominals to the neck here. And when you point your toes away, it wakes up the back of the body, calf muscles, up the hamstrings, and then up along your spine. So just take a moment to find a little bit of balance between the front and the back lines. And now flex your ankles and hold it here. See if you can take your hands away. You can bend your knees if you need to. Palms up. We're going to inhale to reach up. Feel your ribs lifting. And then exhale, open your arms. And again, breathing in, creating space. So you can almost visualize a little cocoon that you are drawing around yourself. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And this time, interlock your fingers, exhale, and placing your hands once again just behind your head. So remember, guys, if you need to bend your knees, you bend your knees. It is no big deal. We're going to lean to the right. So I'm doing a mirror image of you. And then you're going to exhale to come back up the center. Inhale to the left. Keep your bum cheeks down. And exhale to come back up. And again, inhale. Exhale. It's a gentle side to side movement. Exhale. Now listen, we're going to add on here. Inhale. Let your elbows come together as you round through the middle. Go over to the other side. And then open your elbows so you're facing the front like we did a second ago. Draw the elbows together as you round over. And come back up, opening through the chest and the shoulder. Now let's breathe. Inhale to the side. Exhale. Feeling that mobility through the spine. Let's do one more time each way. A little bit of a stretch maybe into the lower back, and then when you open your elbow, I feel a lovely stretch across my chest. One more time, over towards the right, hold it, come back up to the center. We inhale to reach, and we exhale and we open the arms. Nice and wide. Now help yourself as you bend your right leg, bringing it in front of you. You're going to take your right hand, place it to the ground, push up onto your shin, onto your foot, sweeping the left arm overhead. And if you can, look up into the palm of your hand. If your neck doesn't like that, then turn your head and look down. 3 breaths in and out. Stargazer. Finding that length along the top of your body from fingertips to toes. Softening through the neck, supporting into the hand and the shin on the floor. And then gently releasing all the way back down and settle here. So you've got your right leg in the front. You're going to bend that left leg in the front. And once again, reach up and exhale to bring your hands forward. So either to fingertips or to hands or to the forearms. Just see what feels okay for you. And we're just getting a little bit of mobility, a little bit of a stretch around the hips, maybe around the lower back, depending on where you're tight. Just make sure that your ankles and your knees feel okay. See if you can soften and release into the back of your neck somewhat. Take another little breath in, and then exhale, unfold, lifting all the way up and tall. You're going to stand on your left foot. So we've been doing this the last few days. So you've got your heel in line with your ankle, right hand to the floor, and just placing your left hand to the inside of your knee as you let yourself sink down. And we're going to inhale, spiral, and exhale. And again, inhale, spiral towards the right, and then exhale to sigh and release. Let's take 2 more. Just exploring that little rotation with the spine and release. One more time, soft, soft, easy movement. And exhale and release. Taking your hand onto your left shin and help yourself pivot that leg all the way around to the side. Placing right hand to the ground, bringing your arm up and over, long side stretch, and then coming up and holding it here. Palm up, we inhale to reach back, and exhale, bringing the hands towards each other. And again, inhale, reach. And exhale. One more time, breathe in, reach back. And exhale. And this time, put both hands to the ground. Separate your hands slightly. Square your shoulders as best you can above your wrists and find the total twist through the spine, letting your pelvis and head settle. Let's start to move gently. Arching the spine, breathing in. Exhale, curling your spine and rolling slightly back. And again, inhale. Exhale. Gentle guiding movements. And this is one of my favorite movements to get the spiral line of the body. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to the center. Pause. Bringing your right hand to the middle of your mat. Pick up your left hand, taking one more long side stretch, and then gently coming up. Hold on to your left ankle. Help yourself as you either step your foot just in front of the knee, or if your hips are flexible enough, see if you can bring your foot over, but then you want to make sure that you can get that left sit bone all the way down. Taking hands onto your knee, folding over, placing your head lightly to your hands, and just settle here for a moment in your twist. And this is really just about sinking a little bit deeper. Now, this might be a lovely opportunity for you to practice your box breath. So, in your own rhythm, inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding. Finishing your last cycle of box breath, return to a natural inhale, a natural exhale. Unravel your spine, coming all the way up and tall. Support yourself as you unfold. Stretch your legs out in front of you and just give your legs a little bit of a shake. Bend your knees to stand flat on your feet. Hands a little bit behind you with your fingers pointing outwards. And we're just going to hover our hips off the ground. So stand on your feet, press into your hands, just lift your hips, and then let's do a little bit of a sway with the pelvis from side to side. It's almost like a hammock. Just feeling that little bit of shift of body weight. And then come back to the center and release your leg down. Stretching your left leg out to the side, bringing that, other way. So stretching your right leg out to the side, bringing your left leg in front of you. You're going to place left hand to the ground. Come all the way up as you press up, coming into stargazer. Remember, you can change your gaze so that it works for your neck, and we take 3 breaths in and out. Find that long line on the top side body. Support through the hand and the shin on the floor, and then slowly releasing all the way down. Stay here, bringing that leg just in front. So now you're going to have your right leg to the front. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, walk your fingertips forward and let your body just settle so that you find a little bit of a release and a stretch around the hips, the pelvis, the lower back. No forcing into the back of the neck. Taking one more breath. Walking yourself all the way upright. And this time, placing your right heel just in front of the left. Hand supports you at the back and arm just to the inside of the knee. Just let yourself slump. We're going to breathe in as you spiral. And exhale, just allow yourself to sink back and sigh. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Breathing in. Breathing out. And hold. Help yourself as you bring that leg all the way back. So you're sitting in your mermaid position. This time, left hand to the floor. Long stretch over. And coming all the way up. Pause here. Palm of the hand up. We inhale. Open up across the chest. Exhale, round your spine and move your hand towards each other. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here this time. Place both hands to the ground. You can separate them slightly. Square your shoulders. Pause for a moment and allowing the rest of your spine to follow. Inhale, lifting eye line, lifting heart. Exhale, curl back. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. Finding that beautiful spiral of your body. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Just come back to the center, pause, bringing your left hand to the middle of your mat. Right hand comes up, peek underneath, and then coming all the way upright. Hold on to your ankle, step your foot across, bring it quite close to the knee, and if it's available to you, you step your foot right over. But now you've got to get that bum cheek to the ground, so don't force it. And now, once you found your shape, settle your hands, release your forehead towards your hands and knee, and just let your body sink. Let's go into our box breath. Finishing your last cycle of box breath. Return yourself to that natural inhale, natural exhale. Slowly unravel your spine. Help yourself as you unfold your leg. You can stretch both legs all the way out. Just moving your knees, get the circulation going again. And then once again, bend your knees, stand on your feet, hands a little bit behind you with your fingers pointing out, pushing into hands and feet as you hover your pelvis just up. Now this time, instead of swaying side to side, let's rock a little bit forwards and a little bit backwards. So you might get a little bit of an extra stretch around the shoulders if that's a tight area for you. You might become aware of the backs of your legs, your hamstrings and your lower abs working. And then center yourself, hold, and release your hips all the way down. So I'm going to turn so that I am lengthways on my mat. If you're there already, you can just stay as you are, keeping knees bent as you sit up nice and tall. Extend your arms forward, and on your breath, go all the way down onto your back. all the way down, and just let your arms settle beside you, and then bring your feet a little bit closer in towards your pelvis. We're going to go into a pelvic curl. Take a breath to prepare. Exhale, tilt pelvis, rolling up into your bridge position. So you're getting that lovely squeeze into the gluteals, relaxing into the back of your neck, and then slowly place yourself all the way down, feeling your spine connect to the floor, and then release at the bottom. And again, 3 more. So we're going to move our focus away from our muscles and our bones. And as you roll down, become aware of your internal organs as you move. We're going to do last 2. So as you tilt your pelvis, can you feel maybe your kidneys pressing to the floor? And then as you roll up, can you start to feel that your lungs are gently resting into the back of your ribs? And then as you come back down and you place your lungs, become aware of your heart. And then once again, your kidneys, and settle at the bottom. And we're going to do one more time, just with that awareness of the internal organs, because our focus this week has been on detox, which obviously has a lot to do with our internal organs, including the kidneys. Then it's our liver, it's our bladder, kidneys, our lungs with our breathing, and then releasing all the way out at the bottom. Now take your hands, place them just onto the top of your pelvis. Take your left leg and stretch it out. I'm just going to move back a little bit, otherwise I don't have space. So your right foot is on the floor. Dig your left heel. So you do not want your heel moving. Glue it to the ground. Start pointing your toe and feel that your body almost gets pulled forward. And then flex, and as you push away, your body gets pushed back because your heel is not slipping on your mat. And now, point and flex. So become aware again that when you point, the whole back line of your body connects, and when you flex your ankle, the whole front line of your body connects. Use your right foot that's on the ground to assist you. But one of the purposes, besides that beautiful rocking action, is it highlights for us that our feet are our foundation in a lot of ways. If there's a movement around the foot or the ankle, we have a ripple that travels up. So I can feel that my head is tilting forwards and backwards on the ground because my foot is moving. Come back to the center and hold. Now bend that left knee, bring it up into the air and hold it here. We're going to lightly tap the toe to the ground and lift. Tap to the ground and lift. 2 more. Just giving ourselves an opportunity to find our core muscles. 1 more. Lift and hold. Hook your hands behind that leg. Flex your ankle. And now exhale to extend. So now we're getting a little bit of a stretch. And bend your knee. And again, exhale. So keep your foot flexed because it will increase the stretch slightly, but also it helps to stabilize your kneecap. Last 2. Exhale. Last 1. Exhale. Now, soften your knee a little bit and hold it. Let go and see if you can keep your leg where it is and place your hands back to the front of your pelvis. Now, as you let your leg hinge forward, no arching through the spine. Exhale, your leg comes back up. The abdominal muscles are working. You bring your leg forward. It is eccentric work. Exhale, lifting your leg up. That is concentric loading. Last two, breathing in. Breathing out. Last one, breathing in. Breathing out. Point your toe, bend your knee, and placing your foot all the way down. So now keep your left leg on the floor, stretch your right leg out, and start flexing and pointing without letting your heel move. And because your heel is anchored, you have some place to pull towards when you point, and you have a fixed place to push away from. And it's quite nice, again, if you close your eyes and just feel the movement of your body. Where are you feeling the ripple? And each one of us is different, so just notice. Maybe your head's moving, maybe not. One more time. Hold it. Pick up that leg, bend your knee in the air, and you stay. Let's tap the toe to the floor. And lift. One more. Lift, hold. Bringing your hands behind your thigh, flex your ankle, and we extend. Bend your knee. Taking 3 more. Keep your ankle nice and firm in that flexed position. Help you to stabilize through the quadriceps and the kneecap. One more time. Soften your knee and hold. Now, can you let go and place your hands to your pelvis? Find stability, and we go. Lower the leg forward. Don't rest. And exhale, coming back up. So you're working the hip flexor eccentrically, concentrically, but notice how it loads your core and your center. 2 more. One more. Hold it, point your toe, bend your knee, and placing your foot all the way down. Stand firmly, hands down beside you. We're going to do 1 more pelvic curl. Exhale, tilt pelvis, feeling your kidneys, rolling up into your bridge position. Stay for a moment, take a breath in, and then exhale, ripple down through your spine, release, and center yourself. Bring your right hand straight up, turn your palm, and now inhale to open just your right arm out to the side, hover, and exhale to bring that hand back up. Now, as you open your right arm, let your left knee unfold, and exhale. 2 more, breathing in. So your shoulders and your pelvis are staying level. The weight of your arm and the weight of your leg are counterbalancing. Inhale, open. Exhale, up. Now stay here. Open your right arm to the side. Roll onto your right side and place your left hand just into your lower back. If your shoulder is really flexible and comfortable, you can slide your hand up towards your shoulder blades and then roll yourself back onto your hand. And you're going to simply settle here. There is a lovely, it should feel lovely, internal rotation at the shoulder. If it's pulling or grabbing or you've got this red flag going, you're going to injure yourself, then move your hand lower towards your pelvis. Just stay here for a few breaths in and out. One more time. Let your right knee and then your left knee roll to the right so that you can undo that left shoulder and come all the way onto your back again and slide your right hand beside you. Take a moment to let your shoulders settle. Notice how it's feeling. And now, left hand comes up. Turn your palm to face inwards. We inhale, open. And we exhale, lift up. Now let your right knee counterbalance, breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more, breathing in. Last one, breathing in. Exhale, stay here. Open your arm all the way to the left. Roll your legs to the left so you can take your right hand into your lower back, maybe a little bit higher, depending on how it feels. And then slowly roll back so you are lying on your hand and you can settle into that rotator cuff stretch, that internal rotation. So my right side is way tighter than my left. I don't have my hand nearly as high up my back. It's fine because I'm still feeling the stretch, but I don't feel like I'm straining. If you feel that you're straining, then please just move your hand a little bit lower. Soften into your neck. And on your next breath, let your left knee open, your right knee follows. Just slide your hand out, place it on the floor, roll back to the center. Bring your left arm in. Pause for a moment, let your body settle here, and then we're going to do one more pelvic curl. Tilting pelvis, rolling up, finding your bridge position, just noticing how it feels around your upper body now. And then exhale, releasing all the way down and settle at the bottom. Bring your knees in towards your chest, holding on. Tuck your chin in, wiggle your spine out, rounding yourself into that little ball shape, and then releasing all the way back to the center. Hands behind your thighs as we go into our slow roll up. Move your legs away. Lift your head. Breathing out as you pour your body weight to your feet. Forehead towards your knees. Roll upright, sitting up tall. And then slow roll up back. Using abdominals, and then catch your weight in your hands. Pour your weight from your feet through your midsection and releasing all the way down. And we go again. Exhale, curl back. Last one. Round forward. Unravel to lift up nice and tall. And then just move your hips back slightly as we get ready to come into a full spine twist. So stepping your right foot up and over. So a lot of the work we've done already has been preparation for this. Flexing the left foot, hand just behind your back to support you. Reach up, create some space, and then lower spine rotates, rib cage rotates. If you can, you hook your elbow, and then rotating through cervical spine. Now, easy breath in and out. It's a little bit more difficult in this full twist to do a box breath. So focus instead here on a gentle inhale and exhale and that internal expansion and release. On your next breath, slowly bring yourself back to the center. And today we're just going to take our hands around the front of the knees, interlock your hands, lengthen up through your spine. So you're giving a little bit of a pull with your arms and just creating a bit of length through the spine. You can close your eyes, and this is a lovely place for us to do box breath. Blink your eyes open, allow your spine to soften, reach that leg all the way forward, and then pick up your left foot, step across. Left hand behind your back, right hand reaches. There is a small spiral through the lumbar spine. There's a slightly bigger spiral through the thoracic, and then the biggest rotation can actually come from our neck. No forcing into the lower back. Make sure that you are sitting evenly to the bum cheeks. And once again, easy breath in and out, focusing on that internal release. Slowly coming all the way back to the center. Square your shoulders to the front. Interlace your hands just underneath your knee. Offer yourself a little bit of support by squeezing into the arms. And once again, come to box breath. release, blinking your eyes open, and again, extending your legs all the way forward. Give them a little bit of a shake. Now you're going to bend your knees slightly, separate your legs to the width of your mat, pull the flesh of your bum off the back so you're really on top of those sit bones, and find again a little bit of height of the spine. Really flex the ankles back to help you stabilize. Bring your arms out in front of you and take them a little bit wider than your mat, so it's a bit wider than normal. Take a breath, and on your exhale, just let your body roll forward. So you're getting a little bit of release along your back line. Stay here. Let your arms sweep up, lengthening through your spine, and then round over and roll all the way up and back. And again, curl forward. So this is the first bit, well, not the first bit. We've done a little bit of rotation with extension today, but this is the first bit of straightforward extension of the spine. And you might feel, after all the rotation that we've done, keep going, that this is feeling a little bit easier, as in you've got mobility, but you might actually find that those back muscles are quite awake. You might be feeling the connections more. Keep your arms wide today. Extend. Release. Roll all the way upright and relax. Place your hands just beside you. Bend your knees again, so you're going to stand flat on your feet. Feel free to adjust your position if you need. Take a breath in. Hover your pelvis just up off the mat. Double check that your wrists feel okay. Now let's continue lifting up into our reverse tabletop. And we hold it just for a moment. Take a little breath. And then exhale. All the way down you come. Move your hands a little bit more forward so that you can come into a ball rolling shape. Tucking in your chin. We're going to inhale, roll back. Exhale and up. Good. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Up and balance. Now stay here for a moment. So balance on your bum. We're going to roll back, and this time we're going to stay on our shoulders, and we're going to hook our hands underneath our lower backs. So you're going to roll back and then catch. So bring yourself into this position, and then make sure that your neck feels okay. If your neck doesn't like this, then please come down. So get your hands into a comfortable position for yourself. Elbows are resting to the floor. You can stay here with your knees towards your forehead. Some people can rest their knees on their head quite comfortably. That's called the snail. You can do this if you like. If you would like to do a little bit more of a challenge, you can start extending your legs up towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter if your legs are completely straight or not. It doesn't matter if your legs are a little bit overhead, or if you're able to extend them straight up. So in Pilates, we call this a jackknife. In yoga, we call it a shoulder stand. But wherever you are, bring your head back to the center, and then just allow your gaze to soften. Don't close your eyes completely. And we're not able to do box breath here, you'll notice, because our breath is restricted. But bring yourself to a gentle inhale and a gentle exhale. This inversion places a gentle pressure onto the back of our necks. And as I mentioned the other day, this is a wonderful way to start connecting into the thyroid. This helps to regulate our bodies. This is great for us to become aware of as we're working through this little bit of detox. At any point, if you feel that you've had enough, then you simply roll down slowly. Taking just a few more breaths in and out if you're here. Really well done, guys. And now, let your knees slowly come down towards your forehead. Take your hands away to place them to the floor. And then ever so slowly roll down. If your head comes up, that's fine as well. Release. Place your feet to the ground. Take a moment to stay here. Let your spine settle. And then I want you to stretch your legs out long and just allow your legs to flop. So maybe they roll in, maybe they roll out a little bit. Put your hands out to the side. And just as we did at the beginning of class, palms facing upwards indicates a receiving space. And palms facing downwards is a little bit more grounding. So just let yourself settle into the position that feels right for you. Allow your eyes to close or your gaze to soften. And taking a few moments here to connect back into our box breath. Finding your own counting pace. Taking 2 more rounds of box breath. And in your own time, return to a gentle inhale and exhale. Observing that peaceful, quiet space that you've created for your mind and your body. And just gently start wiggling your toes and your fingers, moving your hands and your feet, your wrists and your ankles. Let your eyes blink open. And then drawing one knee tight towards your chest. Bring your other knee in to join it, tight towards your chest. A little bit of a rocking from side to side. And then hook your hands just behind your legs. Tuck yourself into a little ball shape, using your feet to kick a few times. Pull all the way upright into sitting, and then just come into a cross-legged, easy position. Hands beside you, palms up. Inhale to reach all the way up. Clearing space, lifting ribs, filling your body with fresh energy. Exhale, open your arms wide and roll your shoulders back and around. Fabulous! I think we're ready for the week.